if you don't have a medical reason, like if you don't have some type of medical thing wrong with you that a doctor said's wrong, like body dysmorphia or you're anorexic or whatever, and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm fucking fat, it's a good chance you're fucking fat. All right? And if you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm fucking fat, and then you do a BMI test and it shows that you're more fat than muscle, then yeah, you're fat. Yeah. You know, that's how fat's deemed. Because I hate the question of, well, what's deemed fat? Not fucking hard to tell.
Well, no, there's the body mass index.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and if you actually go by the actual BMI scale, I don't think that's just enough. I think you actually need to get on a smart scale or do like a 360 scan, which they'll be offering at the Crunch Fitness in Urbandale.
For real?
Yeah. And so you can get that 360 scan, and it's going to tell you, and it's obviously just an estimate, but they're pretty solid, of how much of your body is muscle. It'll even tell you how much of your body is skeletal weight, because people do have different bone density. Like when people say you're big boned, there's no such actual thing as big boned, but people can have a higher bone density.
Sure.
And it just tends to have people with
unless
a
you're a
thicker
literal
build.
giant, like 9 feet tall, then maybe you're big bone. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then obviously.
If
yeah.
you're like,
I guess you could
you're
say
like
that.
Godzilla. Then you're
I mean, there's some motherfuckers out here that are like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I saw a video the other day, like, because they, you know how they have those women who are like, oh, I'm 6 foot, or no, like 7 feet, or like, and then I'm like, her mom comes through and she's 7'6", and you're like, and then this guy like did a video breaking it down, like measuring the ceiling and the couch, and like, it's just like a lot of these people are full of shit, I guess. Some of them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
people.
It's the internet, man. These days. Like, there's just this video of this chick that I saw, and she's like, "What it's like dating at 7'1", and then it says her boyfriend's 6'3", and he's shorter than her. Clearly, that part's real. But then there's like people commenting, and it's like, "Hey, you played college volleyball. You can like your height and weight were public information. Why are you lying?" So I get that. But anyways, back to my point. If you go through those necessary things and it's like, okay, I'm fat, you know, like I can say I'm fat. I got a lot of muscle on me, don't get me wrong. I'm like 168, 170 pounds, and I bet I'm coming up at like 144 to 146 pounds of muscle. Like I got a lot of fucking muscle on me. I'm just not that fucking big, obviously. I'm a tiny little man. But if you're like me, you're fat, and you want to actually chisel that weight off quick. Like, you are determined to lose weight, you hate the way you look, and you're prepared to actually do something about it, run.
Yes.
It will just fucking... Like, even if you're a fat fuck right now, you could not change your diet at all. Not change a single thing. And if you are running a mile a day... you will fucking see changes, and you will probably drop 20 pounds pretty fucking quick. And, like, even without changing the diet for a while, you're probably going to lose some weight if you're really, really big.
No, man, I was a true Forrest Gump, you know. I ran and I ran.
I love you, Jenny.
I just kept running. No, but, like, fuck, shit, is that the cable? So many apps. So many issues.
What that noise is? What does it mean?
I don't know. I think it was my cable. I think we're good. But I think we're good.
So maybe it is me.
Do you hear it?
I think it's me maybe rubbing off my sweatpants with the cord.
I don't know. Anyways, but like state cross country, you know, like the average of people running was like, you know, 15 and a half. So I think the record when I was there, the fastest I ever saw was like 1450s. So that's like 4 minute, 4.5 minute less.
For how long?
3 months.
For a 5K?
For a 5K.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I ran, my fastest time was 16:48.
You know how good that is?
Yeah, it's
You know
insane.
what they did to us in high school wrestling one time? I believe it was my junior year, right? And, oh my God, dude. It was so fucking torturous, dude. I felt like I was going to fucking war, dog. They came in, coach was fucking pissed. He's like, grades are shit. and he's going down the list of F's and D's in classes.
Oh,
and I got
too.
3 F's, dude.
Oh,
he is
shit.
not fucking happy. You have to have. You just have to have a passing grade to wrestle. I think now it's like you have to maintain a C average.
I feel like it was a C average when, at least for cross country, when I was in school.
Yeah, maybe not for my fucking school. Hell no. But because I wrestled with less than that, I had a couple D's in a couple classes just to make sure I was. But I don't know. Anyways, so I had to get those up. Those because what it was is first semester. So we're in the first trimester because we did trimesters. So it's like first trimester I got those F's. So now those are affecting me in the second trimester while I'm trying to fucking wrestle. Anyways, he comes in and he's fucking yelling at everybody. And he's like, since everybody wants to fuck around in class, we're going to run a 5K. And we run a 5K of stair laps. So what it is you go upstairs? Up the stairs. Well, you go up the stairs,
up and down,
across the balcony, down the stairs, through the gym, up the stairs, across the other balcony, down the stairs, through the gym. And I don't remember how many laps it was.
Yeah.
Something like 40 laps.
That's a trend that I've noticed, especially with wrestling coaches, is like there's almost this like masochism? Yeah, there's like a masochism effect to the coaches. Like they're almost like enjoying the pain that they're inflicting on their students. They're
dude, we had this fat fuck Matt Saban, huge fat fuck heavyweight guy, one of our coaches, and he's just standing up there, dude, the fattest fucking guy around, and he's standing up there on the railing watching us all, and he'd be like, "Sprint, bear claw." And then I don't remember what it was, but you'd have to get a buddy and fucking put him on your back, dude. And then fucking run with somebody on your back for a while. And then he'd be like, switch, bear crawl. And that was his favorite one, was the bear crawl. Just fucking hit us right at the right time, right when everybody's like, holy fucking shit, I'm dying. He's like, bear crawl. But no, they told us we had 30 minutes to run that through the stair laps. So here in your times,
stair laps though.
So but still here in your times is still fucking crazy. And some people did finish, like, because we had some track runners on the wrestling team. Yep. But for every minute that it took you longer than 30 minutes, that was 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups you were gonna have to do.
That's like military shit, man.
I told you, I felt like I was going to war. And guess what, dude? I was a fat fuck, and I did not like running, dude. I finished in 34 minutes. All right?
Oh, God damn.
I did not finish my push-ups. I did not finish my sit-ups. I was crying. When I went back, by the time I was on my way back to the locker room, I was hit head down. Didn't want anybody to see me. I mean, like, enough tears, they're like dripping off of my face. Like, I hurt. I was so sad. And I was just like, I hate my life. I hate myself. I want to die. But I don't know, dude. I took a shower and I was there the next day.
Goddamn, dude. Yeah, I had this basketball coach. He would, in my freshman year of high school, the only year I did it, this motherfucker, he would call time. He'd be like, be here at 6:37. If you're not here by 6:37, you're going to have to do 20 dead laps or whatever the fuck, Did you ever do that? Oh, of course not. Of course you didn't do basketball.
Yeah, no. I didn't do it. But we did down and backs.
Oh, you did?
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah,
down and bags? Dude, down and back sprints. I'm telling you, there was like basketball guys who would come and watch our wrestling practice sometimes, and they'd be like, yeah, you guys run a lot. Like, for your conditioning, obviously they're running for a lot of their drills. But, like, when it came to we're almost running. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're shooting. You, like, shoot. And when you're drilling, like, they're not pivoting. Just, like, you're supposed to be getting, like, almost like a live practice to it. It's like we go 25%, 50%, 75%, And we work like that. But it was almost like the same thing, dude. Like, we were fucking down, back, down, back, down, back. Yeah. Like, I fucking threw up so many times in that wrestling room. So did so many other people. It was awful.
And, like, fuck, they also, like, force threw up a lot to make weight You know,
I didn't
never
go to
did?
school with anybody that I don't think did that.
Oh, really?
Most of us
all
just
the
starved
motherfuckers
ourselves.
at my school did that shit.
Oh shit, that shit's really unhealthy though. Like it's
don't
better
give a
just
fuck.
to not eat.
Yeah.
So that a lot of us it was chew, Starburst, shit like that. Yeah, maybe we're just hearing more than we usually do. I mean, like it's definitely weird though, you know. With 2 weeks in a row having guests and then coming back to just us after having a plan to have another guest, it's like we're just hearing more.
Yeah. Transition.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, we were a little hesitant about it anyways.
be careful with that word. Okay, that term.
Wait, which term? I'm confused.
Transition.
Oh, that's funny shit.
It's like, yeah, the transition. It's just off. But yeah, when I was at work the other day, because I took this new fucking job, and the one part that I hate about it is like we're filling out the iPad thing. So like, there's parts that I'll like just ask them if they want to fill it out themselves, because there's the gender part on it.
Oh.
Which I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's a needed thing to have to ask about gender.
I agree.
And I do not want to have to
Put him.
What?
Is that what you're saying, or what?
No. Did you see my face? No, you're way off, brother. I don't want to have to fucking ask people their gender.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to have to do that. Like, I get it. Yeah, there was a time we could do that, and it didn't matter. And did I like those times better? I did like those times better. We could just be like, I assume you're this, and not be fucking hated for it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of what we're about here. I tell people that when they ask me what this is about. I mean, I was like, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's political. I was like, but really, like, we really, like, are free form, more than just like free form. We could talk about anything. We're a lot about, like, we're going to say what we want.
Yeah.
We're going to say how we feel. Except for what I got. What? Was it the doozy episode? Fuck, the F word got caught in there. I was like, shit.
Oh.
But like, it wasn't anything like it's not like I was trying to use it in an insulting way to anybody. So like, I'm like, I think I'll be fucking fine. You know, but
I don't know.
We watch our parameters to as much as we can to try to respect people.
Sure.
But also at the same time, it's kind of like, fuck your feelings. The world doesn't care about your feelings. And we're big supporters of that. And like, I really just like, we really push against cancel culture.
Yeah, well, and look, I mean, ultimately, it's just a word, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I think, okay, like, here's, I guess for me personally, this is the distinction between like the N word and anything else. Like, there's like a certain context. Like, if I were to say that like in a certain way, like, or just like even really anyway, there is kind of that underlying subtle context with it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'll say it, faggot. Saying something like faggot, like, come on, come on, like, yeah. I'm a piece of shit. I grew up in a small town, but like, we fucking said that shit to each other all the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's a time period that we grew up in, and I get it though too, because there's also the argument of the people who grew up in a time period where using the N word, hard R, and everything was okay, and I do get it. But I also, the more I've grown up, I'm like, and I guess this is kind of publicly, but it's like, if somebody wants to use that in their own home, like, you know how many times a night I can hear that on Call of Duty? If you're going to use that in your own home, I don't like it. I don't necessarily appreciate it, but I'm not going to, like, you know?
Yeah.
This is the perfect example I have when I say, like, I don't really care if somebody's racist as long as they're not actively racist, all right?
Sure.
You ever poured concrete? Mm-mm. I've poured concrete. And you know what? Pouring concrete fucking sucks. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of white guys that pour concrete. There's a lot of Mexicans that pour concrete, and they both be really fucking racist. All right. And I would rather, support them and be like, you know what? You fucking live here. You're an American citizen. Believe what you want. Feel how you feel. You don't like me because I'm black. Whatever. That's your opinion. That's your right to have that.
Yeah.
Thank you for pouring the concrete. You get what I mean? It's like that. It takes all of these people, whether their ideas are bad or good, to make this whole thing roll. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of like racist people out here that aren't being actively racist that are doing actually like good things, like beneficial things that are going to be beneficial to people in general.
Yeah. Well, and I say this all the time. Context matters. Like, I think if I were to ever use that word, it would be in a humorous, like I'm trying to make a joke. Like anytime I say a word that's quote unquote bad or naughty, like it's to be humorous is to make a joke or to make you think, or to just like plainly be like, hey, I'm going to like strip away the bullshit of it and just say the word, because that's all it is. I'm not calling somebody that. I'm not saying I hate that group of people. Like,
yeah, no. And I get that. And I think we can eventually hit a time period like that. It's just like when you also think about it, the civil rights movement was 60 years ago. You know? It just needs more time. As of right now, though, and probably for the rest of our life, I don't think, like, I just don't think there's going to be a way to use the N-word in comedy. I mean, black people don't even use the hard R.
The era has come and gone.
Yeah, right.
For white people specifically.
Yeah, right.
I think like Carlin is able to do it. Like people in the late 2000s, like early 2010s, were still able to get away with it. But yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, there was just like, I mean, there's always a cutoff, like with Shane Gillis.
Yep.
What did he say? Did he say
Kramer ruined it, man?
Yeah. I'd be so afraid to say it. Like I
My
said,
boy,
motherfucker, dude. I still wonder if that was actually a bit or not.
No.
He was just mad.
Yeah. He was just. Have you seen the Chappelle bit?
Dude,
talking
he
about?
Is so funny. That's the one man that will say it all the time and just not give a fuck and get away with it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's never gonna change. Have you ever seen? I think it was a Chappelle bit, the Snickers commercial. It's called Snickers, right? I know, real close. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a bunch of KKK members are in it. Somebody's mad about something, and it's like, you're hungry? Eat a Snickers. And they pull it up, and it's like this giant Snickers bar. But obviously it says that. And then when you open it up, it was just shaped like a big-ass black dick. I'm pretty sure it was a black comedian that wrote the whole skit, and I'm pretty sure it was Chappelle.
That's so funny.
Holy fucking shit, dude. I'm just like, this is so fucking pathetically funny, bro. Like, there's just definitely, like, areas where, like, that shit can be funny. Like Chappelle, when he was the blind black dude that was in the KKK.
That was great. That's a
like,
great
you can't
bit.
tell me that that's not fucking hilarious. It's just tender times.
Yeah.
But we've been growing up in this time now where we've been experiencing this time of softness. You know, there's been a lot of soft on the left, on the right, and in the center. And that soft shit just eventually breeds toughness. People get sick of that. They're like, we need to be this way. This way's not working.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, for real. Just a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, and like...
I forgot what the saying is. It's like, strong men bring peaceful times. Peaceful times bring weak men.
And then...
Weak men bring hard times. Hard times bring strong men.
I always forget the last bit, but
something like that. I might have fucked it up somewhere, but like, and I think that's the benefit of our generation. Like a 94 to 96 baby. Dude, you put 94 to 96 against any other 3-year gap, we're going to fuck y'all up. Anybody who's going to get close is going to be fucking 90 to 93. It's going to be the only 97 to 2000. We will fucking destroy you.
Yeah. Oh my God, is it still doing that? It must be my mic.
I'm telling you, I'm rubbing. It's like it's my cord rubbing on something.
God fucking damn it!
That was my hand.
What was my fucking point? What were we just talking about? God fucking damn it! Why do I do this? Why is this my hobby?
I love how we both are able to just lose it like that too. When we're talking about comedians, we're talking about the racist shit that came on. And then we were talking about soft, people being soft.
Yes, and then the hard times. But what the fuck? Oh, I was going to say, so our generation has lived through 2 major economic depressions and COVID and 9/11. I mean, 2008 and 2020.
Oh, I mean,
well,
Trump,
that was
Trumpy boy.
Yeah,
it was helping me out. Thank you for the money, sir.
You know, his tax shit's about to end too, so it's about to get more expensive. And that's kind of the thing. Like,
fuck Biden, dude.
I know I don't support Trump, but I will say I think there is an undisputed fact that the economy was better under him. It does not take an expert to see that. I mean, and you can argue the semantics of it or whatever, but like that is an edge that he has. You know, it's
I have a theory. About a lot of shit. Okay, so first of all, I do know this. A lot of political science people will say it's like you don't actually start seeing the effect of the president that's in office until almost 3 years into office. Depending on, in some ways you will, but that's like when you start seeing the full effect of their presidency.
I don't believe that.
That's what people that go to fucking school for the political science shit say.
Sure. That go to the
I definitely see some delay. There's obviously some delay. Like things aren't just going to switch over right away. Yeah. So, that's some years ago that I read that too. So with the way that everything's sped up so quick since even 2015, that could be like a year now. Like they push a lot faster. But our Congress takes forever to get shit done. Certain policies they try to pass through. So I could believe if they said it was still the same amount of time that you see that delay. When Trump was first getting into office and he was talking about Putin, he thinks Putin's fine. Putin's fine. Putin's fine. I'm over here like I'm very, very like far left compared to where I am now. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, how the fuck can you stand up on stage and say that Putin's fine? Like, what type of person are you? We're supposed to be America. We're supposed to be looking out for shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, then Trump got out of office. Putin invaded Ukraine. I was like, oh, I think I know what he was saying. He was like, Putin's fine. And then he's like, this motherfucker's crazy, dude. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's going to do some crazy fucking shit, and it's going to be bad for all of us. He's fine. Let's worry about us. And that's a theory right there. And I really think I'm hitting on that theory. And I'm not saying Trump's great by any means, but I'm like, I kind of see it. Because Russia's been wanting to invade Ukraine. Been wanting to do it, and they've been getting closer and closer. They've been prepared. Why did they do it almost as soon as Trump gets out of office?
So he's kind of right in a sense. Like it's probably fair to say that Trump is not as in favor of the UN having Ukraine join as Biden is, and you know everything with Israel and all that. Like, it's definitely. You can see that there's a difference there, right? That Biden is a lot more willing to work with the UN and that whole system than Trump is.
Yeah, they're like Putin.
So I mean, he's kind of right.
Opposite side. They're like Putin's bad.
Yeah, but Putin is still. Yeah, I mean, Putin's Putin. I mean, Russia's gonna. You know, they have what they want.
I don't think by any means that Trump was in there like. And I think Trump was actually. I believe now that Trump was actually in there having conversations with Putin, like. Okay, so what do we have to do so that you don't do this? Okay, like what kind of deal can we? I feel like he was probably actually working it more like a businessman. Where now it's more like we don't want to talk to Russia. Yeah. Russia doesn't do good things, and I do understand that. But like, it's like let Russia do what Russia's gonna do, and let us worry about that if it becomes a serious issue to our national health.
Yeah. I mean, it's really about like where the line is, right? Like that's kind of the thing that's going to instigate Stalin. Like I think it's fair to say that Stalin like would not engage in like warfare unless it's like across that line. Like politicians have said in having conversations with people from Russia and that whole thing afterwards, saying like, this is the line, Ukraine, like that cannot go to the UN. Like that has to be like a sovereign region. And like the minute that the UN tries to take that, then Russia's going to snap. The same thing happened in 2014, and it's similar to Israel, Palestine.
Did they
Israel,
lose that then? Did they? Because I actually haven't done like a serious amount of research on why. Did they lose the Ukraine? The Soviet Union was huge, and I know that Russia became much fucking smaller.
Yes.
And Ukraine must have been part of the land that they lost after World War II.
Yes.
And they were like, well,
very similar to the whole that whole situation in Israel Palestine. How it just got split up. And, I was listening to a podcast about this. Like, apparently, because you were talking about the British, like a lot of it was just that they made like a lot of false promises to all these countries. They were like, "Hey,
that's what I was saying."
Yeah,
because they ended. Like I was saying, it's absolutely insane that the Ottoman Empire lasted that long.
Yeah,
and the British Empire was like, "It's our turn to take over. We're going to stop this." And so they got help from all these people, and they promised the fucking Jews that they were going to give them their own fucking state. Mm-hmm. And then they promised the Arabs, but they didn't actually make the deal of how the land was going to get split up until the end of it. And it's just like, that's why I talk about America sucks so much. We always got to be the middleman dictator in the situation.
Yeah.
We always have to be that. Why?
Well, really, it's government sucks so much. Because, I mean, you can put a name on it. You can put Britain, you can put Ottoman Empire, you can put the UN, whatever. The bigger that entity gets, the less they're able to help
power.
People. Exactly.
I think is the problem. I think like, obviously it has proven to always happen. But the problem is that government is given too much power.
Yeah, well, it will always... Okay, here's the thing. It will always be the vessel... like the most effective vessel for powerful people to rule over people and get what they want, because it is so authoritarian by nature. It's imposing its will on someone else, or like whether for good intention or bad. It's saying, hey, here's this line and you have to do this, or we will take you and throw you in a cage potentially, or at the very least take your money, which is kind of, it could be argued a form of slavery, because somebody's working and then they're like literally getting their time taken away from them. Like like if somebody's going to take over, it's going to like really truly take over the world, it's going to be through government. I mean, even like the big corporations, right? The reason that those powerful people are able to keep doing what they're doing is because they're aided by that same entity, the government. Like that is always the force that is really sending people into, the government
created money. A government created money.
I don't know if that's true, because like there was always.
I mean, they definitely fucking created the fucking like they made currency what it is.
I guess I don't know. I'm not educated on that. I guess I shouldn't say.
There's no way. Currency just did not become a thing. It's just a fucking village. It was definitely a.
I feel like it's
I bet it was the Roman Empire that really made currency a very large thing. Like, I bet the Roman Empire was probably the first one to do it on a very, very large scale.
Yeah, sure. That's fair.
But, would be a type of government.
But I guess the idea of, like, the whole idea of currency is just a middleman, in a sense, a middleman for trade, right? Instead of, like, having to work all
middleman.
But it's the best. I mean, it's the most just.
It's the thing that makes no sense to me is it just makes no sense to me, because you always have to make more money, and so then like if there's only 1,000 pennies in the whole world, and then they're like, hey, now we have 10,000 pennies.
Well, that's inflation.
Exactly. Now it causes people to be like, oh well, you can get those everywhere. Yep. You can get those everywhere now. It devalues it. Yep. Yeah. And so inflation is kind of a natural thing with currency.
No.
How not?
The government does that. It's not natural.
Yeah, but if you don't make more money, how the fuck are people going to get more money? What happens when it trickles down and one person ends up with all the money?
Even if that happens, they still need to hire people, and they still need to live in a society. They're not going to just...
The population's always growing, though. So eventually, if your population grows 3 times, what you had in money before isn't going to be enough money. Once you spread it, everything becomes thin. And I guess that could end up in a soup where it's like the value goes higher. Yeah. But I think trade just makes a lot more sense. Trade does make things harder though too, because I don't think doctors would be exactly the same. You could almost lie and say that you're a doctor. Oh, well, I traded this guy 2 cows and a goat to fucking get my license, you know?
You could steal some doctor's shit and then be like, hey, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, exactly, right? But, like, if there was a system that could work, it would make just much more sense, and it would be so much more beneficial to the world if people were, like, self-sustainable.
Yes.
And it was like, shit, I got an ear infection. The doctor 5 miles away has fucking medicine for my ear. Winter's coming, or winter's here. I'm gonna go bring him some extra corn. So I bring him corn, and I'm like, hey, I got this corn to offer up. I got this fucking ear infection. Do you have some medicine? He's like, well, that much corn will get you this much medicine. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, but yeah. It's just so.
It's I guess
the way
currency
medicine
is just,
even gets made today too. A lot of it has to be like factory made. Like, in order to produce it in the way that they're producing it. And I'm talking about beneficial antibiotics even.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess, look, again, I mean, I think that's a result of corporatization. Gosh, I can't say that right. You know, like, having one company, like, the fact that we have everything is McDonald's and Walgreens and, like, everything is the same no matter where you... Like, that didn't used to be the case. Mm-hmm. You know, like, there was a time where everybody had their own businesses and, like, we're in a self-sustained economy.
That's what the government bailouts.
Yes, exactly. But and it's a bailout for certain companies, and that's the whole reason that they're as big as they are today, you know?
It's crazy how many... like large companies, maybe not like super large, like Family Dollar, right? Sure. Not a super large company, but large enough that you've seen a lot of them throughout the Midwest, and now you see like none of them. I think it may be gone now, and it just trickled away after 2020. They just couldn't stay in business, you know? They probably had a real boost in funds in 2020 and then just had to bail out. Because they were like, yeah, that's the busiest we're ever going to get.
No, man. 2020 was the biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich.
Oh, like,
in history, in human history.
2020, I feel like it was almost the final straw for the middle class. I've watched, in my lifetime, we've watched the middle class evaporate in the United States. What the fuck is upper middle class, lower middle class? That was never a thing.
Yeah.
Never a thing until I was like 15, 16 years old. And
true.
It's like every year that I don't become rich, I feel like I get closer to being homeless.
Yeah, well, Obama did that. Obama was the one that like created that many different separations of classes. Like, we're going to give this much of a tax rate to like these 5 different, I think it was like 5 or 6 different categories, probably 5. And, you know, I mean, I think Biden's done the same thing, if not even more than that. And, you know, and then Trump dialed it back to 3 of them. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of blowing a lot of smoke up Trump's ass. I'm not a Trump guy.
I'll tell you what, though, like, when it comes to the people we have to choose between, when it comes to, like, okay, these are the likely people that'll probably make it. I mean... Trump's up in my favor more than I'm taking Trump before I take Hillary. I'm taking Trump before I take Biden. You know, I'm taking Trump before I take DeSantis.
I'm still pulling for
what's
RFK.
That fucking something Kelly or something like Chris
Kelly?
Nah, not that. What the fuck
There's
is his
the
name?
Vivek Ramsway guy.
Oh no, I'm taking Trump over Vivek
Ramasway or
Ramaswamy or something.
And that's why he's not going to win.
Yeah. That guy that guy's a fucking dweeb. I mean, he says like a lot of good shit, but he basically, it's just like, he's just Indian Trump.
He talks a lot.
Too fucking much. I take Trump over Tim Scott. What the fuck is that guy's name? You don't know the black guy that's a Republican running? What the fuck is the other guy's name? He's fat. He's a fat guy. No, not Mark Rubio. He's not up there.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He ran before. What the fuck is this guy's name? Chris Kelly. That feels like it's right. Oh no, he's like from Jersey. He'd fucking be up on stage talking shit about Trump in the Republican debate. It's like, Trump needs to be prosecuted, and then everybody's like, boo. Yeah.
It's like going to a church and being like, fuck Jesus.
Yeah, right? Exactly, right? You can't say that in there. But no, I do Like, I just do not fall heavy to the Republican side. But yeah, before a lot of those people, I'm taking Trump.
I'm pulling for RFK, man. He's not going to win, but I
haven't seen enough about his platform. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about out of people who's like, could these guys win? Yeah. And, Trump before Mike Pence for sure. I don't even know what he's talking about when he's up there talking.
I don't know. I've been considering not voting for president. Even
I'm not voting for president. I almost guarantee it. Probably not. Probably write in myself. No, I'm not old enough. I'm gonna write in Kanye West.
Write me in.
You're not old enough either.
That's true.
I'm gonna write in my mom. I'm gonna fucking start campaigning for people to write in my mom. It'd be fucking insane. It's like, when's Iowa? Oh fuck! You should bleep out her name for me.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
I didn't even know.
Okay. Look at the timestamp. Sorry. Sorry.
He's like, yeah, I gotta get a timestamp on this.
I'm the producer also, guys. I got a lot going on.
Fucking yeah, I'm probably not gonna vote. What do you think about Bernie Sanders?
Fuck him. He's a fraud.
You think he's a fraud?
Yeah. The motherfucker owns 3 houses. He doesn't give a shit. He backed Hillary. He backed Biden. He went with all the vaccine shit.
Which is true. He always ends up backing the Democratic Party when he doesn't end up the front runner.
Party, and it's just stupid. You could have gotten away with saying that shit in 2016. Not anymore.
Yeah, I really wish he was an independent.
Nah, but
are you gonna tell me
his whole stance on welfare?
Do you ever watch like the Congress talking and shit? The House, the Senate speaking.
No, and
Bernie Sanders actually is like. He be in that bitch. And when people are arguing about stupid shit, he's like, yo, we need to focus on the people here. Like, this is not what we're here to focus on. And like,
I don't think he really
he may fucking own 3 houses, but I think I would definitely trust him before I trust a lot of those other motherfuckers that are up there.
I'm not a big Bernie fan. I think
I just don't know.
I don't know. He's just a mouthpiece, just like everybody else.
What's bad about him?
His
compare him to Hillary. What's bad about Bernie?
Is he as bad as Hillary Clinton? No,
compare him to Biden.
Probably not as bad.
Compare him to Trump.
Probably about the same as Trump.
No fucking way, dude. No way. Not a fucking chance in hell. That man fought in the civil rights movement. He got beat up by cops for black people's rights, all right? He definitely cares more than most politicians. There's probably some shady shit with him. I'm sure he's still a politician. Yeah. But
that almost makes it worse in my mind. That someone who has it's kind of the Obama effect, right? They're like, oh, there's this admirable guy from rough beginnings, and then they get rich and they just are a bigger piece of shit than anybody else. Like, Trump is at least an asshole from the get-go. I mean,
there's nothing that's shown me, though. There's nothing that I've ever seen when looking and studying Bernie Sanders that's ever been like, oh, this guy's shitty.
Well, the fact he owns 3 houses, that's ridiculous. Who needs to own that? Who needs to make the money that he makes when
my parents used to own 3 houses. They own 2 houses now.
Okay, but his houses are nothing like. But
I mean, he travels around the country. So if he's got a house on the west, he's got a house in the Midwest, and he's got a house on the east. That's not that bad. I mean, there's people out here that are making money and they taking fucking money. They probably got a lot more than 3 fucking houses.
But he's a public servant. I'm way okay with your parents having 3 houses over him.
Yeah, I get that.
He's not a businessman. He's a public servant. If he's really for the people, he should donate his money or give it to something and not have 3 houses. That's what I say. If you're really gonna fucking preach that flag and hold to that whole thing,
he may still be donating. He may still be donating. I mean,
I'm sure he's donating to his friends.
The Flag Football League, right? We've talked about it before. If we turn that into a legitimate business and we're donating proceeds to charity,
that's great.
And let's say we get some sponsors that are putting in thousands of dollars a piece for youth sports in Iowa. If we're legally allowed to take 15%, don't think that we're not going to take our legal 15%, because a whole fucking 85% is getting donated, and then that 15% is still going to end up taxed. So don't think we wouldn't take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's I definitely think there's a measurement of good and bad there. Like, I mean,
Well, I think
what the fuck is the worth in like making all this money and deciding to do good with it if it's just gonna raise people up and put you in a bad spot? Because if it ends up putting you on an equal level, you're gonna look back and be like, dude, I did all this work to what? Give you all my money so you could be on the same level as me? So I can like understand it, but people be greedy though. They be greedy fucking bitches.
No.
Yes. If I'm the front runner of something, like in this podcast, right? If we were making fucking $10,000 a month right now off this podcast, do you think I would expect $5,000? Fuck no. But do you think you're gonna be like, here's $100? Hell no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. But you and I would reach that agreement.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need the government to come in and be like, hey, this is the legal contract. We're going to decide he needs this much because of XYZ.
Which is true. I'm just saying, though, like...
For, like, a charity.
Still, you know, even if we'd still probably work it out in percentage.
Sure.
Okay, I'll take 10% of the $10,000 a month, and you take 90%. You know, like something like that. We're still going to agree upon a percentage. And with the fact that we use you... Well, I mean, like, I probably wouldn't... If we were making 10 bands a month, I'd probably ask for 25%. And that'd probably still be it, though.
That's fair.
That'd be enough to, like...
It's on recording.
That'd be enough to, like, get my own nice place. I mean, like, dude, I recognize what you put into this. Like, I don't really give a fuck about money like that. I really... don't give a fuck. I only work so much and worry so much about money so that I can provide a comfortable life for me, my dog, and my cat.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like, if I end up having some kids, that's literally what it's gonna be for. It's gonna be for my cat, my dog, my kids, and that's it. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit besides what I need it for. That's why you never see me like making a music video with some fucking watch on and some fucking chain on. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, he's got a nice car. People was just making fun of me a couple months ago before I got my new phone about like, oh, why is your phone so fucking old? It was an iPhone SE 3rd gen. It just looked like an iPhone 8, so it looked much older than it was. And I was just like, dude, I just got this a couple years ago. It works fine. What's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to upgrade this if it works fine? Yeah, like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's the problem now is like now the phones are like shit. Like my this phone here is like in the best quality I've ever had phone, and like the fucking port's getting fucked up. I'm about to have to go get a new one here.
How long have you had it?
About 2-3 years. So
do you do a lot of like unplugging and plugging back in though? Like you can't just fucking stick your phone on the charger?
I really should get one of those pads.
Yeah, they actually have a thing that I've seen promoting a lot. We should get some, and we should email them. And we'll start shouting them out on the podcast. We'll start doing some promos and see if they'll fuck with us.
We do gotta get on
Until we do. Cause you're talking about like the magnetic one that just sticks to the back of your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some
probably
shit.
Expensive.
I didn't even think about the idea of like taking it out.
That's what happens, dude. You keep putting things in and out. Eventually, it gets loosened up. All right. You've had sex with a mom before?
No.
You never had sex with a mom?
No.
Let me tell you about a myth here, bud. God, dude, we bring up women too much. I want to make this clear, though. Obviously, this is an Unhinged and Uncensored podcast, so I really don't give a fuck how people feel about what I say on here. Not that I ever did. But I know that there's going to be some people that are going to be like, oh, why do you talk about this and that with women so much? Well,
because we're men.
We're men. Yeah, exactly. And we're straight men at that. So that's going to happen. You know, there's plenty of podcasts with women that talk about men. Yeah. And so I just feel like that's a fair ground. It's not anything like, I don't believe in women are lesser than men.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I mean, maybe in like specific ways. I think women are lesser than men. I think men are lesser than women. You know, I'm a firm believer that women should listen to men more often because men make women better women. But I'm also a firm believer that men need to listen to women more often because women make men better men. You know? You have a penis, you can nut, and if you do that inside of a woman, that can create life.
Yeah.
there's obviously some type of purpose between us. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously a 50-50 draw. But let me tell you what. That shit don't go back to the same. They're capping. They're capping. There's no girl that I've had sex with that hadn't had a kid that was worse, or not worse, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Every time, don't give a fuck what they say, dude. Like, I mean, there's a chick, kid, like, fucking 10
what if they get
months
that
old.
Special stitch?
Maybe. But in
The
my
husband's tie or
experience,
something like that.
in my experience, it's been 0. Chick with a son that's 5. Still not as good. Shit don't go back to the same. They lying. They lying. That's like me trying to grow my hair back. It ain't happening. Okay? It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's not an insult. It's not an insult. It's just what it is, dude. Okay? Fuck. Actually, maybe, you know what, though? One thing, I wonder, I've never been with, like, a fit mom. Like, one who, like, works out and shit.
Sure.
Like, actually works out like that.
Do you think that makes a difference if they work out or not?
Probably. Especially if you're doing, like, a lot of pelvic workouts.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. So you think that's what it is? Like, just the... Like, because that, you know, that really breaks that apart. You think it's just permanently
you have to have
kind
rest at that point, and a lot of them probably get the shot or whatever, where it's like, I don't know. I'm assuming it's like the shot that I got in my leg. They gave me a shot when I got my ACL surgery that like shot off my whole leg. So I assume it's something like that, causes like a deep relaxation. I mean, 6 days. 6 days without working out. To obviously any movement to a degree is workout, so you'll retain some muscle. But like after like 6 days, you start losing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely would play a part, I'm sure. But as far as I know,
I like how we're just fucking...
It's a myth. All cap. All cap, then. It goes back. Prove it. Okay? Well, it makes me mad, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, it gets bigger. Nah. That's as big as it gets. All right?
Dude, you're not supposed to tell them that. You're not supposed to...
As big as it gets is as big as it gets, dude. That's fucking it. Like...
That's why these old guys are getting young pussy, because their dick is huge.
Well, that's because they have money. And they're willing to spend. They're like, I have nothing else to live for. Let me give it all to you. No, girls like that shit. They like fucking dudes in their 50s.
Yeah.
Is that weird if a girl our age likes men in their 50s?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
I agree. Yeah. Lolo, we're past the hour. We didn't even talk about GTA 6.
Shit.
If you even care.
Didn't even talk about it at all.
Didn't even.
I don't know. I'll wait for the game to come out. I'm fucking pissed at them regardless. You're gonna fucking drop the trailer, tell me it's in 2025. It's been this fucking long. I know why they did it though. I get it. They're smart.
Yeah.
Because now...
They want to keep people in it.
Well, now people like myself saw it, and it kind of made me want to re-download GTA 5.
I've been thinking that I might do it tonight. We'll see. I've been playing Red Dead. The fuck out Red Dead 2 lately.
Red Dead 2?
Yeah. I'm getting into it 5 years after it's relevant. But
how much is it? 5 years? Is that
2017? 6 years, really.
Oh, you're on PC though, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't think
how much is it? I mean, it's on sale a lot. That's the thing. Because nobody fucking buys it anymore.
That sucks though, because you're on PC.
PC's the shit, man. It's the master race.
Yeah, but I'm just on Xbox, so I'm like, fuck, dude, we can't play together. That's
True.
the biggest fuck up with GTA 5. It's like, I can't play with my homies that are on PS4.
Well, online is just a train wreck. I mean, every time you even try to go on there, I'm like, what the fuck? And that's like me playing for years on end, like trying to go on there and being like, God, just no. There's a point where it's no fun. That's the point. That's the problem I always have with gaming. Is it just gets too hard, and then I'm like, why am I even sitting here wasting my time?
Really fucking I'm so mad at Rockstar Games for the way they did that shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, $2 million in the story mode, you're usually sitting pretty good still.
Yeah.
$2 million online. And they're like, yeah, but we'll get you right if you spend $50. Nigga, I spent $70-$80 on the game.
Well, that's probably one of the... I would say that game is probably one of the key factors in microtransactions. Like, they were probably one of the first ones to be, like, introduce that shit. Don't you think?
No.
Don't you think... No?
Because there's always been, like, buyable game packs and shit.
Well, okay, DLCs are different from, like, having, like... I don't know. Like, what's the game? Counter-Strike? Like, that Counter-Strike's a huge one. Like, that was one of the biggest ones that, like, introduced that whole thing. Call of Duty's been the same way, Call of Duty's always kind of been like that.
It's like paying for skins.
But again, I mean, that... I guess it was, like... It was still, like, a pack system, or it was still, like, a DLC type of thing. Like, it was, like, you pay a certain amount and you just get one drop, or one or two or three drops at most. Instead of, like, here's an entire online market where we're going to charge you independently for each thing. You have to buy coins, etc. Like, I don't know. I feel like GTA and...
Call of Duty, I would say Call of Duty had like a diet version to it though, because obviously like GTA 5 made a big scale. GTA 5 changed the game, and GTA 6 better do the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Is I'm really happy they brought it back to Vice City. Yeah, that's awesome.
I have yet to play that one.
What makes me even more excited about that is the fact that they brought it. They went back to San Andreas. Mm-hmm. And then they come back to Vice City.
Yeah.
That means that they're most likely going to Liberty City next.
Sure.
And obviously Los Angeles, New York, and fucking Miami are the cities that they copy them after. And
did you play GTA growing up?
Oh, yeah, dude. GTA 4, though, was... I think GTA 4 is the most slept on Grand Theft Auto.
I never liked it.
You didn't like GTA 4?
Well, I think I got into it way too late. GTA,
the one with Nico?
Yeah. Okay, so I never played GTA growing up. I didn't play it until I was an adult. Until I got GTA 5 on the 360. All my friends played San Andreas. I heard about San Andreas all the time, but like never played it.
San Andreas, that shit pisses me off. Yeah. So much. I tried to replay it like 2 years ago, and there's this mission with this little toy fucking plane, dude. I could not get it.
Yeah, that one
I could not get it. Deleted the game after like fucking 60 tries. I was yelling. I was so fucking mad because I'm like, dude, like I couldn't beat it. I beat it before when I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking probably like 300 tries. Like I had played the game, tried it a bunch, gave up, re-downloaded it later, tried it again, and I think I got it that time. And so I was like, I'm a fucking adult now. I'm better at gaming than I've ever been. I can probably just do it now. Yeah. Yeah, right, dude. I just got lucky. That time I did it as a kid, I just got fucking lucky. I just must have been like hyper-focused. Fuck, that shit makes me so fucking mad, dude. Fuck you, Rockstar Games, for that fucking toy playing mission.
Well, Rockstar Games are very formulaic, too. Like, they're all kind of the same, in a way. It's similar with, like, Bethesda games. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but, like, you're not...
Well, yeah, they're supposed to kind of be the same in a way, but they do always, like, add some shit.
Red Dead 2 was different. I will say that was a different game.
I hope that they, in GTA 6, add more of, like, a... almost like a Sim-style factor to it.
It kind of seems like it, because you saw those, like they had the reels. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that was a really weird... Like, I wonder how much of an element that's going to be. Yeah. Because the cell phones were pretty big in GTA 5. Like, you had a lot of doulas.
Yeah. They were big in GTA 4, too. Well, not super big, but pretty big. You had to, like, call people and shit, and people would call you. That's where they really introduced it. I'm saying, like, without GTA 4 being what it was, GTA 5 wouldn't be close to the fucking same, dude.
Sure.
Like, I mean... And when you look at San Andreas, and then you compare San Andreas to GTA 4 and GTA 4 to GTA 5, I honestly think the gap is bigger from San Andreas to GTA 4. Because, like, they just introduced a lot of different things. Like, the way you run away from police, even. One of the biggest problems they had, or really the only problem they had with running from the police in GTA 4 is, like, you could run away, and you could go hide behind a house. And then you hide, and they still can find right through you. So it's like you had to get out of that. But now you could be, like, in their circle area of where the radius of where they're searching for you. And you could be hidden.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, they walked right by me.
Yeah, GTA 5 is my shit, man. I play a lot of that. I've probably asked this before, but what's your all-time favorite game, would you say? If you even have one.
Holy shit, dude. Game, like...
Any game. Well, like, okay, video game. Not, like, board games or anything like that.
Well, I mean, like, one specific one?
Yeah. If you do.
Like a series or...
No, like a singular game.
Singular
game. Don't know.
Black Ops.
Good choice. Good choice.
As far as, like, a singular game, because, like, I'd love to say something in GTA, but I just can't.
That's game, in my opinion, that's kind of slept on.
Oh, Black absolutely. Ops. Black Ops 1, they fucked up Black Ops 2, besides zombies. Black Ops 2 Zombies was lit.
Multiplayer was okay.
I don't know. Just the way they did Black Ops 2 with the zombies.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much with the whole rotation town thing. They did implement a lot more team action, kind of, I feel like. I did like that. But, I mean, like, Kino, dude. Kino der Toten. 5. You know, like...
There's some good-ass
Let's
maps.
talk about it. Origins? You ever played the Origins zombie map?
Oh, God, it's been so long. I'm like, I can't even, like, picture, like, put the names to the maps in my mind. Like, I grew up playing at my friend's house. Like, we played a lot of World at War. We played a lot of Modern Warfare 2. We played a lot of Black Ops.
I never played World at War.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, it's fun as fuck, dude.
I'm kind of a lame motherfucker, honestly, when it comes to video games. Like,
yeah, it's fine.
I played, like, Oblivion, Skyrim.
Oh, hell yeah.
GTAs. I used to be huge into the WWE games. They used to be fucking lit for me. I've always played Madden. Loved the NCAA games.
We played Madden.
I don't know. I've been looking for... I need a friend that's willing to try out a new game with me. Like, just get on something like Game Pass and be like,
yeah,
this game might suck. Might be cool, though. Let's hop on it and let's see where it takes us. You know what I'm saying?
I do have Game Pass. Because you have an Xbox?
I have an Xbox, and we could see what games that we could possibly... There's going to be some that we could play together. I do love what Game Pass has brought, because there's a lot of games, and they're older for the most part, but that used to only be on PC. Mm-hmm. And now you can find them on Game Pass. And they're like, yeah, we're converting these to console games to see how it goes. It's cheaper for them. That's why they're doing it. With old games, they're trying to see how it goes and learn how to do it and do it to the best of their ability, because it is very complicated. Like, they have that Ark Survival. You've seen that or heard of it?
I'm sorry, which game again?
It's called like Ark Survival.
In which game though? Black Ops?
No, it's a game.
Oh, the games.
Yeah.
I thought you were
it's like on Game Pass.
Oh, a game on Game Pass.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
and it's called like Ark Survival, and like, dude, well, we got to look it up right after this. It's fucking... I have no idea what it's about. Like, there's so much you can do. But a lot of people I know play that on PC that play it.
Yeah.
And so when you bring something like that to an Xbox and to a console player, and when you pull up a menu with like 500 options, you're like... Whew. It's just like... Yeah, there's just so much more that you can do with the PC. So I feel like if you're already comfortable with the PC, it's much more easier to process it through your site.
Yeah, well, I mean, I use a controller for a lot. Like, Red Dead, I use a controller.
But yeah, I mean, just in general of what you can do with the game.
Oh,
like
sure.
Games that are just PC games that are getting put on console now. those games tend to have a lot of options and a lot of details. Even the older games of like, oh, you could choose this, and that. And just to learn that much detail, I mean, like, it's like Skyrim times 2 is what I feel like I'm trying to learn with those games. But I want to try one, dude. Maybe we should try the Ark Survival.
Sure.
I gotta go home and pay for the internet, though, because somebody didn't pay for it. If you're looking for a roommate, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Pay my bills. I cook. I clean. I do yard work. I come with an awesome dog who'll protect the house while we're gone.
Just call this episode "Looking for Roommate."
Yeah, exactly. We had looking for work. Now he's looking for roommate. I actually did get a job too. I took on a full-time position as a sales rep for Crunch Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
I'm
that's
super excited.
So that's the.
I know
okay.
I'm fat boy right now, but I'm still strong boy.
Is there a quota you have to meet?
No, not really. You know, they'll really take anybody as long as you have the sales experience or just ability. I don't have a huge experience in sales, but I do have the ability. And then when I was going to college, I was going for exercise science. I definitely I had a whole so I went one semester of college, and then I started my second semester and eventually stopped going. In my first semester, I had a class, and it was like 6 weeks or something like that. We had to write goals, fitness goals, and then we had to track them.
Oh, wow.
So basically what I had to do in class was he'd teach us a little bit, and then we'd all go through and like talk about our goals and give updates on our progress and stuff like that. That's 65% of the class. Teaches us for a little bit. The last 10% of the class, he's like, all right, do what you want. So that was my fucking class, basically. I had to go to the gym and be tracking my workouts and track my progress. And it fucking helped get me into even better shape. Like, it was like, I learned a lot. So I think I'm good for the position, too. I'm not afraid to talk to people.
Yeah.
Right now I'm out walking, so
Well, hey, dude,
way up.
You're actually, you should be fairly close to the gym with where we're at right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can look it up. I'll look up the address.
I did think
right here
about
when
it.
we get done. And I have a promotion going on tomorrow because I work tomorrow. Obviously, everybody on here won't see it, but I have a personal promotion going on. The first people. So the promotion going on with Crunch Fitness coming to Urbandale, Iowa, is that you sign up for just $1 down. So they waive any initial fees that you would have to start up. And we're only after our founding 500 members. So 500 people just pay $1.07 and it starts your membership. All right. That gets you invited to the opening party, all that. You'll get a free shirt, free drawstring bag. You're going to get some free shit, goodies, food, all that. You'll get first looks at the gym. And then you get your first month free. So after the gym actually opens, you get 30 days from that day to decide if you actually want to keep your membership. So at the most, you're risking $1.07 to be like, nah, decided it's too far, or never mind, this isn't going to work out. You know? So it's a slight risk. Personal promotion I have going on. I mean,
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're pitching me a pyramid scheme.
Well, I'm kind of talking to the.
Not really.
No, it's okay.
I'm not saying it is. It was just the way you're saying it.
That starts your gym membership. You get your first month free, and then they have all these different packages. Peak is the package that a lot of people have been going after because it's $25 a month. Super comparable to Planet Fitness, and it's just a fucking massive gym. It's at the old AMC Theater. They provide so much. If you're a power lifter, they have Olympic powerlifting platforms. If you're just a basic gym goer, they got you. If you do CrossFit, they got you. Calisthenics, if you're just an athlete trying to improve in the off season, it's a gym that actually is going to provide the space and equipment that is needed for everybody. And they encourage moaning, grunting. Like, they're like, yeah, you want to hit your max today? This is the gym to come to and do it. And not a lot of gyms are cool with that. Not a lot of gyms are cool with you fucking taking videos and things like that.
Sure.
So, definitely a big benefit. So the first 5 people that come and see me tomorrow, I'm actually going to cover their $1 too.
Nice.
So I'm going to cover their $1.07. You show up, you sign up, you pay for it. I'll Venmo you $1.07. And there you go. Then it's just up to you just to go in and cancel it if you don't want to continue before your billing cycle starts. But I mean, their highest billing package, $30 a month for a massive fucking gym.
Oh, that's it.
I used to pay $70 a month to work out at Anytime Fitness downtown, and it's probably a fifth of the size of the gym that they're building right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, actually. $30.
Not fucking bad
I wasn't
at all.
trying to shit on your business. It was just funny. I was watching him like if it wasn't like a legit thing, I would think he was selling me a pyramid scheme.
Well, that's hard to sell you a pyramid scheme because I'm not saying that you're going to make any money.
Well, you look Mexican, so I think that's why.
If anything, I'd think that you were going to sell me a pyramid scheme. This fucking guy. He's like, I just had to throw in the joke right there at the end. I was just trying to get one in. I'm so mad I missed that bit, too, during Me, You, and Blythe.
Oh,
We're like, oh, yeah, I have to do that every day before Lauren comes over. And then I was like, oh, she was Asian? I was just in slow-mo at that point. Son of a bitch, dude. That was so I was at home dying, laughing. I'm fucking dying. And I was like, now I feel so bad because anybody who sees that is going to think that you're a piece of shit and that I intentionally ignored you. And they're going to be so fucking mad. They're already going to be mad, though, when we post the clips of this and they're like, oh, you were talking about politics again?
Yeah, I hope the women in my life don't watch this show too much. I hope they just watch the first.
I don't care. You know, so I'll go down to Oskaloosa and I'll like go to the cafe, see my mom. She's got a couple ladies that work there. One's got to be in her 50s, one late 30s, and one in her 40s. They love me. Hey, what are you doing tonight? You staying in town? You gonna come to the bar with us? So I'll literally go and hang out with women like in their 40s when I'm down in Oskaloosa, like obviously like family friends and shit like that. And I'll go hang out with them. I'll hang out with my uncle. He's in his 60s. He comes out with us. And then my aunt bartends at one of the bars. She's in her 60s. I think like, you know, and all them, they get along with me. And then like we sit around and I'll be like, oh yeah. Like the joke I made one time to Pedro. He's like, well, she's been driving the car more than me. I don't know what's wrong with it. And I was like, well, that's your problem. You let a woman drive, right? She laughed at it. The women I hang out with and get along with, they'd laugh at it. And they'd be like, yeah, well, if it was a man, this would have happened. Yeah. And then we all laugh, and it's funny. Yeah. And that's not the shit.
You're talking shit.
You fucking say that to a lot of girls our age and younger, and it's like... Oh,
doesn't come across well, yeah.
But also,
they don't have a sense of humor.
Let's be for real, though, dude. Okay, I bet if we had a competition, every man in the world versus every woman in the world, who has better drivers? Okay, I bet we win. I will put everything I have on that bet. All right. That's one thing where you could be like, Lauren's sexist or misogynistic. Yes, I think men are better at driving because I think men, when it comes to those situations, in the broad spectrum, are better at keeping composure.
Yeah.
I think when they lose composure, they get angry more often, and they cause road rage incidents, which makes you, you know, obviously, it's like the bad comment, good comment thing we talked about before, but... I don't know. I used to ride around with this one chick, dude. I hopped in her car. I rode with her like 3 times, and I was like, no more. And I'm not riding with you again. She would fucking speed everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
Whip shit, and just blare King Von the whole time. I'm talking like ear piercing. I was just like, I don't want any part of this. Just blaring King Von. She was white. That made it worse.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them whiteys love King Von. You listen to his music before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a YouTube documentary about him. Like, they were like calling him like the serial killer of rap.
Oh.
Just how many people he's killed and like target like.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
You ever heard how many people call him the greatest rapper ever?
I don't know how many people.
Idiots. Idiots, dude.
Yeah,
he was a fucking goat. Where the fuck was King Von, the GOAT? I mean, like, yeah, he had a more successful rap career than me and you have by far. Okay, that's fair. Okay, yeah. You could say he's a better rapper than us. That's fine. That's fair. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. And they say that about everybody, too. There can only be one GOAT. You can say that there's a GOAT of music, like rap music, country music, basketball, all that. Don't fucking tell me that there's multiple GOATs of rap music. There's one, and it's Lil Wayne. There's no argument.
Damn.
The argument's been done. He's better than Tupac, better than Biggie. Didn't Tupac... Dude, it's crazy how much the people support him and will say this, that, and the third about him. Didn't the dude go to prison for rape? Or what? He was rape. In prison.
Well, he shot a couple cops, but like it wasn't like any kind of. He just like walked up to them and just shot them.
He at least had a sexual fucking assault case.
Sure. Yeah, he wasn't.
And he definitely talked plenty about hitting bitches and shit.
Sure. Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's not the only reason why, but like, I always kind of defaulted to Biggie because, like, I mean, yeah, he probably hit bitches too, but like, he just sold drugs pretty much. That was kind of his main
He said a lot of gay shit in his music, though. I think Biggie was the better rapper. I think he was the more entertaining rapper too. Exactly. I think he was way better produced and engineered as well. When you listen to Tupac's music, sometimes it's so hard to understand what he's saying, but yeah, I just catch these bits in Biggie's music where I'm like he wanted me to fuck him from the back, but Smalls don't get down like that, and I'm just like, what? What possessed you?
He had some weird ass bars.
Yeah, like, okay, man.
You look so good. I suck on your daddy's dick.
Yeah, yeah, right. You look so like.
Yeah, he was, and I think it was homophobic. Up, dude. He did not like gay people, so then he would just like rap about doing gay shit.
It's always the people that are homophobic. Like I said with Ashy last week, I was like, this dude says some of the most gay shit. Like if you watch his content sometimes. Ashy Meat.
Oh, a little bit.
Dude, he's got some fucking content that is so fucking gay, dude. It's so good. But like the fact that he's that open, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he's not here, but I mean, yeah, I wish I would have said this when he was here. I guess there's the possibility it could swing both ways, but I don't believe it. I just have never got that notion from him. I just think he literally is just hilarious and makes those jokes.
Yeah.
And there's so many men that are clearly fucking straight that make jokes like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I said, dude, it's the opposite.
I feel like it's almost like you're confident in yourself.
Yeah, you're
the people who make those
with your sexuality.
Exactly. It's the people that are like kind of gay. Are like, no, I'm not doing that shit. You know?
I mean, there's like some things that I still don't allow though. You know what I'm saying? Like this fucking guy was acting like he was like making a humping motion behind me while I was talking to the camera, and I didn't notice him behind me. Nobody fucking told me. I turned around and saw him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Is that what you fucking doing behind me? I was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I turned to my homies. I'm like, what the fuck? Nobody said nothing. I'm at a show. I'm performing, so I'm not trying to actually cause a problem. But if I wasn't performing and we was just taking like a video for Snapchat, I would have fucking been hands on right away. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You'll come up to me with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a line that I draw for sure, but yeah, like
what if it was a chick?
A chick making a humping action behind me ain't gonna fly either. That ain't gonna fly. That's just like, you know what I'm saying? Lolo's okay with getting humped at that point, and just like, I don't approve of that. I don't fuck with that. I'm not gonna do that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. It's like I just don't care about people doing their thing. Just don't fucking get that. There's just a line that I draw.
Sure.
And there's like different things. There's different things that could draw that line and could make me be like, yo, you're going too fucking far. I'll tell you the most hilarious moment I've ever been through though is that when I did the ladies' night show at the bar, there was a trans person there, and if you would have ever asked me if a trans person was gonna ask me this question, I would have told you they're probably gonna get hit. I would have been like, I'd be so fucking pissed. Wrong. I laughed maybe harder than I've ever laughed in my life. I had to get all my friends and be like, you gotta hear what this person just said to me. This motherfucker said to me, you're trans, aren't you? I was like, nigga, I went home and did so many push-ups on my life. I was like,
Just take a testosterone
I was
pill.
like, no fucking way. I just got asked if I was trans. This motherfucker thought that I was a chick that transitioned to a fucking dude. And I was like, yeah. One of the funniest fucking things I've ever been through my entire life. I was like, holy shit, that's funny. But no, not a fucking chance. Oh my fucking God, dude.
That's good shit.
And I can't.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, we should have wrapped it about probably 30 minutes ago.
Well, the good thing is we only have one camera. So.
I was piss bad.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, one
me too.
camera. I've been looking over here like
Yeah.
that's my camera the whole time.
RIP camcorder. Yeah, it finally came apart. And it's done.
You broke it?
No, well, the back is broken. The back is like sealed shut on it. Like, I don't know. I have to fuck with it a little bit more, but I'm kind of just, I don't know.
Did you try hitting it? Sometimes if you hit them, they work harder.
Yeah. I don't know. I have
Sometimes.
to look at it.
Sometimes if you hit them, they die. So
It's also shit quality, so I don't know. Anyways,
that'll happen.
anything to tell the motherfuckers before we sign off?
Come see me tomorrow
Well,
at the old AMC.
by the time this comes out, that'll have passed. But,
Oh fuck yeah! See, I forgot.
but go sign up. Go sign up regardless.
Yep, that's about as far as I was gonna get, bud. Come see me next Wednesday.
All right, peace.